Hello. 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 Good evening, everybody. It's great, this is like kids' TV, isn't it? Good evening, everybody. And welcome to Wythenshawe Cultural Hub. Now, before I do have to point out that one of the organisations that made this hub a reality.
Oh, the mic.
Hey?
The mic. Yeah.
Right, can you hear me? One of the organisations. Don't interrupt my flow.
Sorry.
Right,
Thank you.
It's been nice.
one of the organisations
Rivalries everywhere, isn't it?
that made this hub a reality is Manchester Libraries Trust. The Trust is a charity that supports the cultural offerings and education programmes and archive work happening at libraries all across Manchester. Recently, activities include the Marcus Rashford mural. Shame he's not still there, but there you go. The Ashton of Middleton archive purchase, which is an archive of all kinds of things from the Civil War, the Plantagenet, among others, and the Piccadilly Radio digitisation. God, that's not easy to say, but the Piccadilly Radio digitisation, which is obviously digitising all those shows from when you were a kid. So if you could support them in any way, it says here, no donation too small, but I think some donations are too small, but there you go. So it'll allow them to continue to be an amazing cultural and educational events to the city's libraries. So that's www.manchesterlibrarytrust.org/donations. So don't go now and donate, listen to this and then give as much money as you can. Right, we're off. Good evening again. Welcome to Old Brother Live with me, Paul Hanley.
And me, Steve Handley.
And I always say we're delighted to welcome our guest, but we really are delighted to welcome our guest today. All the way from Wythenshawe, I think. Maybe not originally.
Kind of originally.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Second stay, yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donald Johnson. So yeah, the story of most of us who say we're from Wythenshawe is that we were from somewhere else and we moved to Wythenshawe.
Correct.
We were from Plymouth Grove, which wasn't that far, but I think your family was slightly further afield originally?
Well, I was from, originally started up near, I was on Mowson Street.
Oh, right.
Which was, you know where the Apollo is?
Yes.
That way.
Hardwick.
Yeah, but it was called, it had another name.
That's basically where we were.
Yeah.
Really.
Not far, it's only up the road, yeah.
Hardwick, yeah.
So it's basically compulsory purchase, not your house down, you're off to Wythenshawe.
Yeah.
Actually, no. We just moved, I then moved to Longside.
Well, give me a name.
Yeah, so I was in Longside, I moved from Longside to Wythenshawe.
Right, okay, so what year would that have been?
Mid-60s.
Right, okay, so you were miles earlier than us then?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So what was that like in Wythenshawe for you then? Because the thing we always say is, we never saw a blade of grass till we came to Wythenshawe.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I used to play in Crocoff Park.
Oh, right, okay.
That was where I saw grass, and immediately I moved to Wythenshawe.
Yeah.
Hay fever.
Seriously? Doesn't have a strong back a lawn everywhere.
Hay fever, because what I've always loved about Wythenshawe, you had grass verges, all the trees, everything. Apparently I learned that the guy that sold the land made people put grass verges in.
Yeah, it's a guy called Simon, Simon's Way. That was his big dream. Inside toilets,
right.
Grass verges,
yep. Trees, tree lines.
Crocoff Park in the middle of it.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Thanks to Mr. Simon and his wife who did a lot of the work. So his name escapes me. Mrs. Simon, I suppose you could call her.
Mrs. Simon. The lower end of this mic's feeding back a little bit, so we're just doing the sound.
Bit basic, yeah.
Doesn't it look
We didn't sound check, did we? I think I'm more popping than feeding back, I think. But
yeah, it's the lower end.
Anyway, we'll
deal with it. We'll deal with it.
Yeah, so you moved in the 60s there?
Mid-60s.
So there can't have been that many black families in Wythenshawe.
Three.
That's three. So was it all right? Was it a difficult thing?
Well, think about it. Mid-60s, two black families in a massively, in this area that...
Yeah, you're still pretty white now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's more mixed now. There's a lot of everything going on. No, it was tough.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was tough in the sense of... It's tough anywhere when you've got people that don't like you because of certain things, But yeah, we got round it. Me and my mates got round it. We were all pretty cool. It's like anywhere, it's just unenlightened people.
Yeah.
So, and then one of the things you work out is that you can't fight everybody.
Yeah.
So you learn to run quite quickly.
Yes.
To be fair, it was pretty much the same for us, really. Maybe not as bad, but
Irish.
But no, there would seem to be a lot of us running from people.
There was a lot.
That
I mean, one of the reasons for that is they made us wear short pants at primary schools.
Yes, correct. We had to wear short pants till we were 12 years old, didn't we? Yeah, that was nuts.
What school did you go to?
I went to Newell Green.
Ah, right, okay, because we were at St Aidan's, but I thought we were the only school in Wythenshawe that had short pants on. I felt particularly picked on. So you were the same?
Yeah, it's short pants. Yeah, and when you moved to the I was at Bagley Hall first.
Yeah.
Short pants there, and then when you moved to the big school,
Yeah.
you were allowed to wear longer.
Yeah, I tell you, there was a lad in our school, he didn't get long pants till the Christmas. By Christ, he got the nickname Sam. You know, there was a TV show about this Geordie lad called Sam with short pants, and he was still being called Sam in sixth form. 3 months in short pants and scarred him for life. So, one of the cliches that we like to propagate is the whole thing about 1976-77 in Manchester, that when it suddenly became easier to be in a band, you know, where the Sex Pistols gig and all that. Yeah. But I have to say, your brother really bucked that trend, didn't he? Because he was in a successful band long before 76.
Yeah, he was in. Well, two of my brothers actually.
Two of them? Were they at the same time? Because I saw somebody who said two of his brothers were the bass player.
One brother trained another brother to take his place. So, so one brother trained one when he wasn't successful. The other brother got in and he was successful.
Yeah, right.
He's the one that had the #1 record. So
yeah. So that was New Faces.
Yeah, New Faces, which is what's the equivalent now?
X Factor.
X Factor.
Yeah.
That.
So where were they playing before they went on New Faces then?
They were still doing the Backlist clubs and you know all that, the big Golden Garter.
Did they play the Gold Garter? Yeah, fabulous.
All over the place. Yeah.
I mean, a great band. Fabulous singer, Marcel.
Yes, great.
What a voice.
Yeah, actually close up when you hear that voice close up.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
So how old are you then when your brothers were pop stars?
So I'd have been 15, 16.
Wow, that must have been cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. And is that what got you into playing?
No. I was, what got me into playing was my brother leaving bass guitars around the place, like that one there, and saying, "Don't you touch that." I swear to God, I will not touch anything. I'm not going to do anything. I'd wait for him to go out. I'd look where it was and I'd mark exactly where it was. And because remember, we didn't have phone cameras or anything. I had to put it exactly where it was. And I'd pick it up. It was a old Precision bass, pre-CBS thing. Yeah. So if you had it today, we could all retire. And then picked that up first of all and started. I think that was probably, I was playing little bits of Time Is Tight, I remember, was one of the first tunes I used to play, because that was quite simple.
Yeah.
So I used to play it, everything, wait for him to come back and put it back exactly where it was.
To be fair, you can't blame him, really, can you?
No, he never.
It's a big thing having a big brother who's a bass player. It's not easy.
But didn't want. So because I was bouncing around and bouncing off the walls, probably a bit like young Gaz there, as drummers do. Actually, there's a funny story. I used to have this, me and Mike Joyce were talking once about how we started playing drums and everything. And one of the things that got me into drums was all those great theme songs from the 60s and 70s, you know, like Department S.
Persuaders.
Still watching that now. You know, McGill, all that kind of thing. And my favourite one was Really Little Kid.
Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah, that was a bit advanced for me. That's actually, that had toms in it. With a so I couldn't do that. But my favourite one was Thunderbirds.
Oh yeah,
because it was all snare. There you go.
I'm with you.
He did the punk version of it.
Yeah. So how did you get a kit then? Because there weren't cheap things to buy in those.
Absolutely, it was like I say, bouncing off the walls, and the brother that left. Sweet Sensation, he kind of noticed that something was going on with me rhythm-wise. I had no idea, I had no compunctions to be a drummer, never thought of it, nothing. I went to play other instruments. And he went to this house in Marple and bought a kit for me. Listen, it was £100 this kit back then. So that was a serious amount of money, right? So
I think you paid £12.
£12 my first drum kit,
There you go, mine was a lot. And he said, right, stop playing that couch, because you used to play the couch. Do you?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Great bass, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Anyway, so he said, he just gave me the 3 basic things to do with the bass drum, snare, and the hat. He just showed me that, and off I went.
Yeah. So there's a famous story, and you have to tell me this is true, that Rob Gretton, we'll get on to the brilliance of Rob Gretton in a moment, but he used to get off the bus early to watch you practice in the garden, is that right?
He didn't get off the bus early. That's where he used to get off at the Red Rose.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I used to practice in my mate's garden. This is going to sound all totally weird to you guys now, but it was actually a thing. I used to practice in my mate's front garden, and outside, and everyone ignored me. Like, it was like, I'm not joking. It was as if I wasn't there, as if I was invisible. And Rob, who I knew, but I used to hang out with Rob's sister, and Rob would get off from coming to work. He used to work as I think he was in insurance. He'd get off. I'd be practicing in the garden, so he might, it's just like this. This is the garden. There's the path. He's over there. He'd come past, and he'd pretend to be Emperor Nero or something, and he'd go. So if he went down, I did like a mad solo, went crazy and laughed at him, and kind of went on. But that used to happen because I'd come from school, go to my mate Vinny's house, take the kit, which was actually outside in like a little cubby hole thing, and practice in the front garden, and no one thought of it as a thing. Imagine what it's like now if you open your door and make any kind of noise.
All my years, I've never seen anybody practice a kit in a garden.
So it's true.
I had mine in the shed.
It's true.
But so that leads to how you got the job with ACR. Is that a true story? That Rob said, I know a bloke who can stop these 3 white lads looking weedy white lads and make them into a funk band. Is that true?
He might have said that, but not to me. No, my thing was, I knew my mate Phil Tolman was in a band called Ludus.
Oh, yeah.
And me and Toby, as you all know, with your £12 kit and me with my £100 we used to share drums, me and Toby, because again, you know how expensive it was.
I knew him back in the day. He ended up in Primal Scream, didn't he?
That's right, that's where he ended up. So anyway, me and Phil used to share a kit, share cymbals, share everything. Whoever's got the best gig would go and play. And Toby was getting a lift from Tony Wilson, and they were just talking, and he mentioned the fact that a certain ratio was looking for a drummer, and it was Toby that said, I know someone that might be, that's that bit of the story. I don't know about the Rob thing. And then Tony just one day turned up at the house. Well, he was going to come to the house, and Toby went, whoa, dude, you can't just roll up at a guy's house, knock on him. Don't care how famous you are, this is Wythenshawe. You can't just turn up on a guy's door, knock away. He said, no, you'll get totaled. Funny enough, I was talking to Tobe about 2 weeks ago, and Tobe said he totally ignored him and went anyway.
Oh, right.
Went to the house, which we were having tea. My wife Jane's down there somewhere there, and Jane opened the door and went, because we'd just seen him on TV. It's not like now where you got your phones, you can see everything. Yeah. You saw a celebrity on TV and that was it. You didn't see him in real life. And Tony's at the front door. So she comes through and says, Tony Wilson at the front door. What do you mean? Tony Wilson was on the telly?
What's he want?
Well, yeah, what? You mean the guy that was on the telly 30 minutes ago? I said, yeah, him. He's at the front door. So went to the front door, let him in, came in. Didn't take him in the living room, I took him in the kitchen.
Right.
And in the kitchen's when we conjured up the plan to play with a certain ratio. And I actually ended up going to a certain ratio rehearsal, never hearing a cassette, never hearing one
You wouldn't have joined if you'd heard it.
1 second of music at all. Didn't hear anything. Just went to a practice in Stockport.
Yeah,
and took it from there.
We saw him, didn't we? A certain ratio went before you were in the band.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give you tuppence for him myself, would I?
See, I liked them for different reasons. I liked them because they didn't have a drummer, and to be able to make music without a drummer is quite hard.
But they had shorts on, though.
Yeah, that was cool.
Shorts.
Yeah, I love shorts. I wore shorts all the time back in the day because all them hot lights.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah, that was fine for me.
Can't be doing with shorts.
So yeah, I liked them for completely different reason. A lot of my friends, you shouldn't do any of this, it's just noise, but I saw well past that.
Yeah.
If you actually looked at what they were doing, they were using the guitars and everything, and the echoes of the guitars were filling where the drum space was.
Yeah.
And my head at the time was, if I just sit right in the middle of there and they move those other things over, without changing anything about them, we've got something going on.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, I mean, it's lasted a while, hasn't it?
Just a little while, yeah, about 40 odd years, yeah.
Yeah. So, where did you play with them first? At the Band on the Wall? Was that one of the...
I can't remember the first gigs. They were all, because I was still working. I was just, I couldn't say. I cannot remember the first gigs.
I'm sure
it's out there somewhere.
Yeah. I don't.
There must be, because I can only speak for the Fallen. Bit nearer. Can you not hear me?
Hey.
So we start again. So
you moved to Wythenshawe.
Did the Fall not have mics? No.
No.
The drummer didn't.
Not you already do. You're booming now.
Yeah.
But so I think it was the Band on the Wall. That must have been fairly.
Well, they were a member of the collective, the music collective. So it was all that with Joy Division, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, you got to start with the collective as well.
We did, yeah.
That was your first. Staff 9, was that have been?
Staff 9, yeah. We played with Third Ratio.
Did you?
Yeah, at the Band on the Wall, yeah.
What year? That'll be where I saw you then, yeah. I don't know, I got in, I've only been a 14 or something. I could get into the band. You could get into gigs then. Well, you would know. You being an older,
I was on stage. So
being an older gentleman. Yeah,
I am an older gentleman. Yeah, that's why I can't remember the first lots of things. Honestly, I don't. It was all a kind of blur because I was working at the same time as doing all of that. And Tony was arranging things, and we were going places and just doing things, and like just a blur. I don't remember venues. I remember some of the ones like the Rock Garden in London, and places like that we used to play quite often. But some of it's a little bit of a blur.
You must remember the Factory.
Yes, I remember the Factory. Yeah, I remember working in a factory as well.
Did you?
Sometimes being in a factory. Yeah, I used to work in a bag factory. Around the corner from a factory. Seriously.
Proper factory?
Yeah. Proper.
Right, okay. So you worked all the way through then, pretty much, did you?
All the way through what?
Through being in ACR, were you ever just in ACR, or did you always have a job?
No, there was a point when, in the 70s, then somewhere in the 80s to the 90s, and then back, and then back in the 2000s, that one there. See there. Used to work with that one.
Right, okay.
Absolute Skyper. Absolute. We'd spend hours on the corridor talking.
Every time I was skiving off work, they were there as well.
Yeah,
skiving.
All the time.
Yeah, right. So you were a pop star for a while, weren't you?
I'm still a pop star now. That's scary.
See, I never made any money. Steve was in the glory years.
Who told you had to make money to be a pop star?
That's true. That is very true.
Where did you get that? No.
Well, I got neither. I made no money and I wasn't a pop star. So you did well. So you were right in with the factory scene because we talked about this before, me and Steve. The Four were always a bit on the edge. We were Mark liked to keep everybody at arm's way.
We were happy with that. Yeah. We were well happy with that.
To keep the Fall away?
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't blame you.
Lots of stories about you guys that were...
They're all true.
Yeah, that didn't kind of gel with me,
All right.
Why did you? Just kind of never really crossed.
No, we didn't know. Like I say, I mean, it's ridiculous, really. Because I always used to think Certain Ratio, God, they're cool, I'm not saying you're not cool, but I thought you were a bit standoffish. But it was really us, wasn't it? We were
Who? You mean the band? Or
yeah. I thought you were like, no. I just thought Certain Ratio, they've got a certain shit.
No, they had. What the problem was with them was they were all really shy. If you watched them, because it used to freak me out playing with them. We'd get on stage, everybody plugging like we're doing now. Stand up and do it. So all the guitarists today, stand up. So remember, I sat down facing you, and then they all go like that. And I was the only one facing the audience. I was like, whoa, what's going on? That always freaked me out. So they were a little bit shy in that. They were probably the original shoegazers. They didn't know where to look. They were looking in their chest and not looking anywhere else. So they may have come over as being kind of,
that does come over as being a bit,
because they don't know how to start a conversation. Oh, well, they didn't, but what do you do? How do you go up to Mark E. Smith and go, hey, Mark, how are you?
I don't know, I was running about 5 years.
We struggled with it.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but it was definitely us, because we thought everybody else was cooler than us, and mainly because they were. I think that was probably the reason, wasn't it?
That's just a perception.
But you're all really nice people, aren't you, sir?
I hope so. We're like normal human beings that just... All we do that's different from everybody else is that we have an alphabet and 12 notes, and we work them in different manners from everybody else.
Yeah, well, which is very true. But that kind of shoegazy thing doesn't really work with the kind of music you play, does it?
Well, hopefully I helped get them away from that. They slowly came up and started looking and making that eye contact and kind of playing. And,
Yeah. What I do want to ask you about, and I've been told to ask this story as well, is a venue in New York. You were the early band who went to New York.
Yes, it was in the early 80s.
And there was a venue called the Danceteria.
Yeah.
So I believe, and you can support me, you had a bit of an altercation with one of your support bands.
Yes, we did. A young lady called...
What's her name?
Never catch on.
Madonna. Yes, Madonna Ciccone.
Yes.
What happened?
I had a massive row with this woman.
And you survived?
No, it was... I had a row with her, but while I was around with her, I was having amazing kind of respect for her at the same time. She was supporting us. We set up all our gear, taped it all down on the floor where we're going to be. She was working as the hat check girl at Danceteria. So for months before we was going to come over, our person who's bringing us over, Ruth Polsky, who's passed now, used to bring...
Yeah, she brought us over.
Exactly, Ruth.
Yeah.
Ruth was, this girl, support. This girl, she's doing really well. She's signed to Sire, Seymour Stein, da-da-da. I said, I don't want support. She's always fucking giving us a card, got loads of gear and blah, blah. No, we'll just play. We don't, no. Anyway, she convinced us to have this support. Right, she's not going to bring a band. She's just going to have this. She's going to do the three of them. She's going to be dancing. She'll play to a tape. She can work in the space that's at the front, and it'll be... We said, right, that's fine. Let it go. So Madonna came in, looked at all the gear, and she went, that will have to move. And we was like, sorry? Said, that. Anyway, me and Madonna had this stand-up face arguing with actually Andy Connell as well, keyboard, because it was my drums and keyboards that went to move Jez, and then we were all right. And but she stood her ground, and that's I had amazing respect for her, because we were like having this full-on shouting thing, but she knew what she wanted, even for the dancers and everything. So had amazing respect for the lady.
Did you move them?
We moved a little bit. We capitulated just a tiny bit, but it was It
wasn't us doing the PA, was it? Because we
had that with New Order.
No, it was Martin Hannett was doing that.
Right. Because band I was in supported New Order once, and they wouldn't move a pair of pliers. Well, we had about 4.5 or 5 of them.
You got 5 inches more than you'd have got with us.
No, but they got Madonna. So were you at the Hacienda when Madonna played?
Yes.
Was that before that or after?
That my altercation was before.
Right, okay.
Yes.
And you still brought her over.
I didn't personally do it. No. She came at the same time as that big night. It's a big deal on YouTube.
The Tube,
and that was Marcel King, actually. That was that night. That whole night, the Factory All Stars. Me and Barney, and then Sumner had to arrange all the acts, all the music, do everything, and it took us ages to pull it all together, because there's people from the Wake, there was the Bernard, loads of things, so we had to work out this whole thing for that Friday night. But one of the reasons we love doing it as well is the repeat shows on Saturday, so you got paid double to be able to do it. But it was a fantastic kind of thing that we kind of pulled together.
It was amazing, that,
It was.
And it's all out there, isn't it? So
it is. That's one of the main performances of Marcel.
Yeah.
When you can actually hear the voice, keep on dancing and stuff.
Yes.
Like that.
So you produced a single for him, didn't you? Were you and Bernard? Yeah, brilliant single, actually.
Produced a lot of bands back in the day.
Yeah. So you were big in factories. So did you get a lot of productions you worked through factory, or was that just on your own? Or
with me and Bernard, it was just bands that we kind of liked, but we did it with Rob. It was me, Bernard, and Rob.
Right.
I was very much a part of all that kind of thing, sanctioning yes or no, because all the tapes would come through. Bernard did a tape, I did a tape. We know something. We even produced a band from Italy called Surprise, which was brilliant. They were a great band. We used to just go with what we liked.
Yeah.
You know, kind of, and Rob would sanction it.
Yeah. We need to. I don't know, for people who don't know about Rob Gretton, he's another Wythenshawe lad, isn't he?
Yes.
Mr. Wythenshawe.
What a guy he was.
Yeah. Absolute gem of the guy.
He was.
Yeah.
Really funny bloke as well.
Yeah. He always, if you know what we did that all the time.
He is portrayed quite well in 24-Hour Party People.
But you can't listen to. Gaz is there. Don't say 24-hour people.
Okay, sorry.
Because they got the worst out of it all. It was a. You're right in saying that it was a parody of reality.
I've never seen it.
Have you never seen it?
You're great.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it wasn't. It was
a cartoon. Yeah,
it was. It wasn't the definitive version of what Factory was. It was taking liberties in certain areas.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
The truth and a good story. I was too old to play myself, so my brother played me in the movie. I was too old to play myself going back.
Wow.
They wouldn't let me play.
We don't know who played Steve. Steve was left on the cutting room floor, weren't he? Yeah, but I don't know who played you. He's not got it in his IMDb, has he?
No.
Played Steve and the deleted scene from 24 Hours. It'd be top of your CV, that, wouldn't it? I think Rob comes across better in Control. Have you seen Control?
No.
Right. Okay.
No.
That was a very pointed no. Was there a reason?
No. I was pissed off. One, that he never used anything from Ratio in the whole thing. He used all different people in the soundtrack was different from not the movie. I'm talking about the soundtrack thing. Trying to do something. But the thing I've loved the most about it is someone then put the Big E on YouTube over their promo thing.
Right, okay.
It worked perfectly.
Right, okay. Your rights are probably too expensive, it's probably what it is.
It's my manager, you'd have to sit down now and make sure everything goes through that lady now, yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Synchronisation.
Yeah, we can get that. I can get that, yeah.
Get what?
Well, if you read the book Trainspotting,
right,
the fall is mentioned all the way through it.
Okay.
And are we on the soundtrack?
No, we ain't. No.
I just thought it was a bit rude.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a bit rude, considering the way that we're talking about the history, the way things were linked. But again, I have this thing with all that about when we talk about the past and different kinds of things, the Manchester thing and all that. I think there's a lot of stuff around, for me personally, it's just total lazy journalism.
Oh, there's a lot of that. Well, I mean, the big one with that is the Tony Wilson quote, "This is Manchester." He never said it.
I say it all the time for him.
He didn't say enough quotable shit, did he? They didn't have to make them up.
He was, but you have to live through that whole. There's loads of bits of nonsense that's out there. You know, the whole thing with the Mondays and all that. The factory went down because the Mondays are, crashing cars and all that. There's a lot of bollocks. It's just just lazy, stupid, silly stories.
Yeah. Well, I always think that about the Blue Monday 12-inch costs more to print.
That was true, actually. I think that was actually true at one point. Yeah. At the time, Bowie had Bowie and Blue Monday were vying for the biggest selling 12-inch of all time. Right. And I think did Bowie eclipse it or did it?
No, I think Blue Monday won.
Blue Monday won.
That's why it cost them so much money. Yeah. So what about the factory table? Is that true?
I don't know. Is it true, Gaz? You know about the table? Is it true? He's nodding.
Bro.
It looks like he did it. Come on.
Yeah, bro.
Did it? 30 grand or whatever it was. Was it?
It was just a photo shoot. I think PD side went through some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it did cost a phenomenal amount of money, didn't it?
Yes. From what I gather.
Yeah.
Not our money, it would be theirs.
Well,
say again, guys.
Because of that.
Well, I mean, the Hacienda cost a few bob as well, didn't it?
Oh, that was your order's money, not ours.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah. Did you go to Hacienda a lot?
A lot.
Yeah. Used to go on a Monday night, 3 of us in.
Used to go most nights. Me and my wife were talking about this, Jane. We used to go, get to work the next day, everything, come back, go again. Yeah. Different days.
Freezing, wasn't it?
Absolutely freezing. No one in there.
No.
Did you go, Gaz, when no one was in there? Yeah? When it was just...
Yeah. Used to go, our driver, Henry, was the chef in the Hacienda.
Whoa. Our driver?
Yeah, drove the drove the van, not the limo.
Hey, the way that was just like, driver. Pop stars you've talked about before.
He drove the Salford van.
My wife's my driver. I had to marry my driver.
We were sitting on the amps in the back. It was hardly Francine after.
Our driver.
Our driver Henry was the chef, and we used to get a free pie in there. I was in there every night.
Well, my mate Leroy held a license.
Oh, did he?
Yes. His name was over the top of the held a license.
I bet that was a bit of a liability at one stage, wasn't he?
No, Leroy was quite well behaved. He was chosen because of.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean it was him. I mean the stuff going on. It must have been a bit difficult to manage that, being the licensee of the Hacienda.
I suppose so. I mean, there's all kinds of financially and physically, I think, you know, at the time. Because everybody forgets there was a big time when nothing happened.
Yeah.
Then there was a time when it kind of supernovaed and it took over everything.
Yeah.
And then it kind of plateaued and then it started heading back down because of other things with that success.
Did you go when it was massive? Yeah. I never really went then. I only ever went when there was 3 men and a dog in there.
We used to go all the time because we had...
You went when we played.
Yes, I think when we played. Yeah.
We had these little passive things that...
I had one of them. So I got it somewhere.
Carl Burns forged my signature.
Yeah, I'm mine. I mean, I've still got mine, and the signature, no human being had ever written the signature. He must have done it with his left hand or something. I don't know, they must have gone, we'll let this poor soul in, he can't write.
I would have gone ahead of my driver.
You can cast this. I am going to say that your band must have had someone driving the van.
Yeah, me and Martin.
Oh, did you have it in-house?
Yeah, where? The reality is a completely different thing from the whole thing. We used to drive ourselves.
It's coming at something when you think the fall was luxury.
I know. Yeah. I'll tell you, we didn't live in luxury. I can tell you a story about that. Phil down there will tell you. When John Cooper Clarke played Australia, the guy who was promoting it said, we had the Fall here a month ago. I'll take you out for a meal. Last month we had the Fall here. I was going to take them out for a meal, and Mark said, not the lads, just take me out. They won't appreciate a decent restaurant. Just get them a bag of chips.
They'll be all right.
I'm here to tell you, we didn't even get the bag of fucking chips.
Just sent out with your driver.
Never living that down now.
You know, your driver, it's just the way it dropped. Our driver. Oh.
I should have said the guy who drove the van, really. I should have said that, yeah. So, before you finish taking the piss out, what would you say the secret of the way ACR's kept going all this time? Why have you managed to do it without falling out? Well,
I'd like to know the setup of it. Is it democracy? Is it? Are you all equal? Is somebody?
Yeah, we're all equal, but some are more equal than others. No, the absolute truth is, if you take away all the arguing, all the petulance, all the me, moaning, bickering, all that nonsense, we actually really like each other. And we respect each other. And we're one of those bands that we've never had a fight. We've had a row, but we've never had a physical fight. Well, mainly because I'd probably win, but we've never had that kind of a thing. We've shouted across the room and stormed out and slammed doors and all that kind of nonsense. But we actually really like each other. Our Sam and Pete was talking about it not long ago when we did this thing in Manchester where we shot the gig and we wanted the audience involved and we was interviewing the audience and everybody else, so everybody got to say something in the little movie. And one of the things Pete said was, I don't think it's in the movie, but he was saying that I've seen these guys go hammer and tongs at each other, arguing, and then 5 minutes later, they're like, it's all lovey-dovey, like nothing happened. That helps with the longevity of everything. But I've also had a personal thing where I've said, I'm only going to be in any band that I want to be in as long as I accept the compromises.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the first thing you've got to do. You've got to accept the compromises. And the day that I can't take the compromises anymore is when
because when you're in the wrong band.
Because I don't want to argue with people. I just go.
No, it's not. I mean, there does come a point where you think, it's not worth
what we argued about.
But we're not there yet. You're the Fall. You've had more members.
No, well,
Sainsbury's.
We have had a lot. But we're in a band now that is basically built around that. The fact that none of us is going to, if we're going to argue about stuff, we might as well not bother with it. And it's a fantastic thing.
It's good having disagreements,
Yes, of course,
and getting your point across and all that kind of thing and whatever. But we look at it in a logistical sense. The great thing about Ratio's arguments is people are not arguing because they want to hear their bit.
Yeah.
They're arguing because there's something strategic around it. It's not, turn my drums over, turn my name over there.
Yeah, you want to try that with 2 drummers? Jesus Christ.
It's none of that now. Well, one of the secrets as well in Ratio's making music is everybody thinks I'm in control of drums. I'm not in control of the drums at all. Martin does the drums.
Yeah.
When I'm recording, I have 0 drums in my headphones, nothing like that. I'm not interested. Martin's on the other side of the glass. They deal with all that. When I'm on this side of the glass, I just play.
He's a decent drummer, man, isn't he?
He's a very good drummer.
Yeah.
People don't talk about him enough. He's the, let's put it this way, he's the only other drummer that can say to me after I've done the take of my life and I'm flowing on the most brilliant thing that I've ever done. And I'm walking to the side, close the door, sit down.
What are you going to say?
And Martin will go,
Can you do it again?
I think you can do a better one.
Yeah.
Now, the truth is, I actually listen to him because he knows me inside and out, and he knows that there could be another one in there. And then it'll be the opposite when someone's trying to get more. He goes, "No, that's it. It's done. We're keeping that. That's the take. That's it."
It sounds like a lovely thing to be part of an ACR recording session. It sounds great.
Well, because it's kind of all worked out. We're all producers. We're all multi-musicians.
Yeah.
We've all got, we've got ears and listen. We've got loads of friends and things like you guys, all that kind of thing, where we're talking about music and interacting all the time. So we're able to move ideas around and try new things without being worried about them. So, like, if something not going right, I go, Martin, do you want to play it? Someone will just play.
That is the best thing about being in a band, isn't it?
Absolutely. And then you get another band, someone else playing the kit. Oh, I play the bass. It's wonderful.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. But
so demarcation. Beginning of the splits happening already.
So how do you decide who plays bass on what and who plays drums on what? How do you work that out?
I don't know really. It's just I don't know. It just kind of happens. We gravitate towards it.
Right.
I mean, if I'm playing sometimes I'll play a simple part bass-wise, but I think it's more suited to Jez's style, who holds the notes slightly longer than I do. Right. Because I'm always a bit clipped, a bit. And I think, no, works for Jez. Will you play it? Wow. And that's, we've got no qualms about, someone could play. There's times when, 2 people have played on kind of most of the track. Yeah. And someone else hasn't. And it's not because there's no idea or anything. It's just that their vibe is working and you don't stand in the way. No, right. You've got to know how, when to sit back and just go, whoa, that's working, let it happen. Give it a chance to percolate, as Michael Fabulous should say. But some people get all bent out of shape about, well, I'm not this, I'm not loud enough, I'm not participating. It's a bit like sport. Yeah. You don't need the ball to be participating. No. As long as you're doing the part that you're supposed to be doing. It's guitarists, in my experience, who want to be louder all the time. Yeah, they've got a harsher frequency, haven't they? Yeah, we've just got the cymbals, haven't we, guys? That's it. High range, yeah. Said that the other night we were rehearsing, and the most sensitive brain surgeon in the world has got a rougher touch than a guitarist on his volume pedal when you have to turn it down. Just turn that down.
Jason here.
Yeah, you can't do that. What, from 11 to 10? No.
Yeah. 11 to 10 and a half, I think, and even then. So, because it comes across now that ACI is a bit like a family, really, isn't it, I suppose? Maybe a dysfunctional one, but it is like that. A family that don't visit each other at home, yes. Yeah. Stay out of each other's houses. No, we have been. So, in that aspect, I was going to ask you to talk a bit about Denise Johnson, because what a tragic loss that was, and she was brilliant in ACI. Yeah. What a beautiful person, a fantastic singer. Well, when I was sitting and having the arguments and everything, Denise was the one that was in the middle, kind of pulling it together and everything, because she's kind of saw both sides, and everything. But we do miss Dee. It's really hard to. It was really hard to continue after having had that influence for the best part of 30 odd years. Yeah. Denise is one of those people where you
you're going in the studio. Again, it wouldn't be pre-planned. It'd just be, we're doing some here's a take, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I kind of know what I'm going to say. And she'd build it there, kind of thing. But it was all organic.
Yeah.
It wasn't forced. All the time I knew Denise, I never saw the actual full, Denise on full.
Yeah.
So it's like she always kind of pulled it back, to be the right thing. So she wasn't there like, hey, I'm a singer.
No.
It wasn't all that kind of thing. She'd do just what was kind of needed.
Yeah.
And
we were fortunate enough to work with her. She sang on when we did some things with Tom Hingley, and she sang on those.
Oh, yeah.
She did backing vocals, and she went in, she did it, and then she went back in and double strapped herself. And
she just knows all the frequencies. She just where she's going to do whatever. I'll do the sixth on that one, the harmony, and I'll do the fourth there. I might hit the third, but the tonic will stay on that one, and I'll...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay, well, on that point, I'm going to open the floor up to questions if anybody's got a question. If do you want to run down with your mic, Steve, if you find anybody? Probably loud enough.
Get your driver.
Yeah.
Why are you saying
Well, you leave that alone.
I'm the driver.
Has anybody got their hand up?
We've got another mic.
You got another mic? Hey, professional self, this. All right. If anybody's missed anything I've said, please come and see me after.
It'll be all written down. The driving back in.
Yeah. Will you leave that? Right, has anybody got a question? First one?
Questione.
Oh, come on.
Guys, kick us off. Come on, you must have something. Oh, what brain? I have to use the brain now.
What I actually
all day, can't play.
It's always the first one. Once the first one goes in. Oh, here we go.
It's me, I'll go first.
Oh, well done, Barry. Right, got it. What's going on?
It's not really a question, it's just a pun about drummers.
Put your toe away.
Go on. I ain't got any bass in my voice. Just about drummers generally. I spent years with Ratio.
Yes, you did.
And I sat and watched Donald every night, and it's like an amazing thing to sit and watch. And I turned into a drum program later on.
Yes, you did.
And I've got a 3D model of Donald in my head.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what can and can't be played as a drummer, because he's like the best I've ever seen. And if he...
None taken.
Best drummer in this room.
I'm getting round to you guys. I also did, I think it was the 4 out of the 5 gigs that you did at the Hacienda, I was doing stage security for.
Yes, you was.
And the 4. And to have the 2 drummers on that stage, people don't realise that the Hacienda might have sounded shit out front, but on stage it was like...
Sounded great on stage.
Amazing on stage.
Sounded great on stage. Yeah, I'm not right, I was complaining.
No, it did sound awful though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Were you there the night Oldman Bird and Manning was on?
I was part of the entertainment.
You were on, yeah. She couldn't hear a bleeding thing that night.
What's he like?
No, I meant while Bernard Manning was on. Did you hear it? Because he couldn't hear it.
No, I didn't hear him.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, I didn't hear him doing his turn.
I don't think anybody heard him.
No, I think I was in the dressing room.
He turned his feet down, apparently.
Did he?
I've played some shitholes in my time.
There you go.
Anybody else with a question?
What was the question?
Oh, hang on, yeah, we never got to your question, did we?
Could you?
It was a review, I think.
No, it wasn't a question. I was just thought it was just the second bit was the 2 drummers on. Stage.
We got 3 now.
3 drummers,
Yeah, that's just greedy.
Yeah, the return of Mr. Carl Burns, yeah.
So I hear.
Sounds good. It's really good to play with Carl again. Because that was the 2 drummers at the Hacienda was me and Carl.
I think with 3 drummers, you definitely need a driver.
A big fan.
Think about it.
Right, has anybody got any questions about drivers?
Don't tell us about your story with Brian Ferry and Cameo.
Brian Ferry Cameo.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Not together, both of them.
Both of them. The Cameo thing, actually, it was a guy called Nick Angel at Phonogram who knew that was into Cameo. And they were coming over and they were doing Word Up. They were doing this thing it was in Liverpool. And they And he thought it'd just be a buzz for me to be able to kind of play with them. Sent me a tape. I thought he was actually joking when he went to guys. I thought it was an actual joke because Cameo, I mean, I buy their records. How am I going to be playing with them? He kind of said, no, they need a drummer. Honestly. I said, nah, you're lying. He said, honestly, I'll send you a car. He sent me a limo. I'm not going to win.
Oh, now it's coming out.
So I got a driver.
It's like we planned this. We'll all for this.
Thank you, guys.
It's like a Stuart Lee sketch.
Thank you.
There's always a callback.
You always remember, rely on your mates there from back in the day. I got my own driver all the way up to Liverpool.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you rehearse with them and everything, or did you just go on?
I'm pro, I just turned up and did my thing.
And did they have a drummer who was like put out?
He's a drummer, but he's not been a drummer. He was a drummer himself, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Larry was.
Was he?
But he's also trumpet player.
No. Did he have the codpiece on?
That was a very...
I didn't need to do the mime there, did he? You know what?
And obviously pointed in your region.
In the limo he had the codpiece.
I can remember, my wife Jane bought me this really nice tracksuit to go on TV. So this will look great, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, on the way down there, I remember, and I'm not embellishing anything now, they all Cameo's gear came in this like trunk, you know, and this gorgeous like $2,000, you know, jacket came out. It was wonderful. Then I seen this guy pull out this red codpiece. hold on, guys. And he started shining it with Mr. Sheen. Shining it with Mr. Sheen. And I went, I'm not wearing that. I said, no, this is for Larry, this isn't for you. I go, no, my wife's got me my tracksuit and all that. To go. Yeah. So that was the first time the codpieces had come out anywhere in Europe.
Wow.
It was like that.
Privilege, that. Should have took a photo.
No, mate, we didn't have facilities then. It was just watching him shining with Mr. Sheen was like...
And his passport, job beach China. I mean, imagine that being your job. Big responsibility, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, making sure you've got someone's codpiece
shiny enough.
sorted out. Yeah? I don't think you need a driver, but you could work that one out.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Oh Brother. You can find all our previous episodes on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. We're hosted at shows.acast.com/o-brother. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like. Tell your friends about us. Episodes are released every second Friday, so watch for the next episode in 2 weeks. See you next time, and remember, if you're driving, take your car. Ta-da.